My name is Adam. I'm 31 now, and for a long time, I thought I had achieved every milestone that mattered in my life. I had a great job as a data analyst in Houston, an apartment that didn't leak when it rained, and a woman I believed was the love of my life, Emily. We had been together for 5 years, engaged for the last 7 months. I was planning our wedding, looking for rings, venues, photographers. Everything was perfect. Or at least I thought so. It all started one lazy Sunday morning when I met up with my best friend, Josh, to look at wedding rings. He'd been my best friend since we were 10, the kind of friend who could read me with one glance. As I browsed through the diamonds and designs, Josh looked distracted and nervous. I asked him what was up, and he deliberately avoided eye contact. "Adam, we need to talk," he said finally. "But not here." We walked to the coffee shop next door. That's when the world I knew came crashing down. "Emily's been cheating on you," Josh said bluntly, "for over a year now." At first, I laughed. It sounded insane. Emily? The woman I trusted more than anyone? No way. Then, he showed me pictures on his phone. Screenshots of texts. Some of her with another guy. They weren't just blurry shots taken from afar. They were undeniable. Emily and this guy, Jason, at restaurants, holding hands, even kissing in a car parked just blocks from our apartment. I couldn't breathe. I felt the walls closing in. My hands shook, my coffee untouched. Josh had found out a few weeks ago. He debated telling me, but he knew it'd crush me. He also knew keeping it secret would be worse. I didn't confront her right away. I needed time. That night I went home and watched her cook dinner, humming softly like nothing had changed. It made me sick. The next few days were a blur. I followed her once, watched her meet Jason at a bookstore. She kissed him like she used to kiss me. I gathered evidence. I copied her phone back up to my laptop. I read messages I wish I hadn't. There were hundreds of texts. Some were mundane, flirty conversations, plans for the weekend. Others were worse. Her mocking me, calling me boring, saying she only stayed for the stability. The betrayal stung, but it didn't stop there. When I confronted Emily, she didn't cry. She didn't beg. She looked cold. I figured you'd find out eventually. I asked her how long. About 14 months, she said. But we were fading anyway, Adam. Fading? I wanted to scream, to throw things, but I didn't. Instead, I told her to pack her stuff and leave by the next morning. I canceled the wedding, blocked her number, and told her family. Her sister, whom I was close to, admitted she knew but didn't want to get involved. I fell into a depression. For months I barely ate, couldn't sleep, but over time something shifted. One night, I got a message on Facebook. It was from Jason. He apologized. Told me Emily had cheated on him too, with someone else. Said he never knew about me until it was too late. I didn't respond. I didn't need closure from him. Instead, I went to therapy. I started journaling. I reconnected with friends I'd ignored during my relationship. I even traveled, something I hadn't done in years. Eventually, I met someone new. Not right away, but slowly. She's kind, thoughtful, and honest. Most importantly, she knows my story. And she never made me feel like I had to forget it. About a year later, Emily reached out again, this time through a handwritten letter. She wrote about regret, not asking for forgiveness, just sharing how her life had spiraled since. Jason left her. She was in therapy. She hoped I was healing. I never wrote back. Instead, I tucked the letter away in a box with old photos and memories I no longer needed but wasn't ready to burn. I spent a weekend visiting my parents, walking the trails behind their house. I sat by the lake we used to fish at when I was a kid. I let the silence wrap around me, and for the first time in years, I forgave myself. Not her, but me. For not seeing the signs, for staying too long, for thinking love meant sacrifice without boundaries. Now, every Sunday, I sit with my girlfriend on our porch. We read books, drink iced coffee, talk about future travel. There's laughter, trust. Still moments of insecurity, sure, but we face them together. Because pain doesn't disappear, but it transforms if you let it. So yes, they all lied to me. Emily, her sister, even Josh once by keeping it secret. But in the end, truth found its way to me. And I chose peace over revenge.